Our victory of negative emotions. In general, we can say that there is a hierarchy of importance. First belief, then thinking, and after that action. We are talking about a hierarchy in the power to change things, not about the sequence in time. Quite possible that belief is a product of thinking in many cases. In our speeches, too, we try to think, simply think, in order to get a belief that will comfort us. Well then, what again was our way of dealing with negative emotions? A small recapitulation. First, we stated that the belief in emotion, in having, expressing, and undergoing or experiencing emotion, that the belief in these things is very strong in these days. It is of practical importance to see that. Second, we investigated various properties of emotion in general and stated that emotions are, in a way, an enlargement of underlying original feelings. Third, emotions are contagious. It is clear that people, especially in masses, can have an increasing effect on each other, so that emotions can be magnified extremely sometimes. Fourthly, it is important to know and to ascertain within ourselves that emotions can overrule rational thinking and replace it by another way of thinking, the emotional way. Fifthly, emotions need to be accepted, not suppressed or rejected. Suppressed emotions are in fact even more active, but in a disguised and masked way, not to be recognized. Sixthly, acceptance is not the same as admission. It is not giving guidance too. It is simply a matter of no rejectance, no aversion, and no moral judgment, since moral judgment is only applicable to decisions. We in fact also stated that pop music can help acceptance, but should not lead to guidance of emotions. And finally, after thinking and contemplating on these things, we can come to the conclusion that it is not always recommendable to believe in emotions as such. Believe in the sense of giving preference to them, focusing on them, as is done so much in the media. At least not believe in them in the sense of giving guidance to them. Well then, since belief is the strongest power there is to put things into action, we may expect results. If we consider simply the 6 points, and after that the 7th, that of belief, then the power of enlarging emotions will diminish. Especially if we can completely agree with and recognize the points. The diminishing will start by itself. When belief is strong and also well founded by recognizable reason, it is natural that a strong will is possible, and that is needed especially in the case of negative emotions. We have seen that negative emotions tend to grow and enlarge very forcefully. We think that even complete wars can arise in the service of emotion. Even without any interest other than emotion, even without interest for the original feeling as such. Such negative emotions do not stop by themselves, other than just for some time. Often historians, political scientists, and politicians seek in vain for real interests and solutions of conflicts in that field. The arousing power of emotions, negative emotions, can only be stopped by accepting them, understanding them, and then guiding them. Suppose someone gets very angry and aggressive to us, and without reason or false reasons. That situation is an example that may show us how easily contaminated or infected we are to get the same aggression. It demands conviction, the right belief, and goodwill to interiorize the same upcoming emotion of aggression, no matter how small, within us. This emotion, this interiorization of negative emotions, will become stronger by practice. It will create more truth, deepening of feelings, integration of feelings, and a more worthily representation of our real interests. We may call that a personal victory that serves the world in an almost unimaginable way.